stream. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just want to fucking enjoy my video game.
I think the issue is you're playing the wrong games,
honestly. Maybe. Like, here's the thing. I enjoy Hunt Showdown. I like throwing hands with other players. I like fighting monsters. I like fucking up and getting 19. I also would enjoy if I was just allowed to roll with the team, even if I didn't get as much experience, even if, like, whatever. Just, if I was allowed to go roll around and fucking check out the map, I would have a good time as well. I just want more open world games with teammates you could enjoy. I feel like a lot of that open world stuff is like, unless it's Grand Theft Auto, it's just not going to be enjoyed, I guess. I mean, I love Grand Theft Auto.
The deepest ravine I've ever seen.
And Nick, out of nowhere, unrelated to the conversation, something anybody watching cannot see.
Yes. My 0 viewers.
Yes, by for 0 viewers.
My 0 viewers.
If you could be any X-Men, who would you be, and why do I see you as the perfect, I almost said Daredevil. Nightcrawler. I don't know why, I see you as the perfect Nightcrawler. Knowing what you look like, I feel like you would be a great Nightcrawler.
Who, me or Gus?
Gus. Gus would be the perfect Nightcrawler. Oh. You don't even want to know what I would think you'd be, Nick.
No, I think I know what
you know what? Hold on, Nick. What X-Men do you think I would be for you?
Okay, I was only joking, but
oh, I was gonna say Toad. You'd want to be Colossus? That is actually a really good answer, because Colossus is fucking dope. I know the goat.
Oh Jesus, that horse just gave birth to 2 horses on the middle of their trek. Like to twins.
Hey, just gained 2 horses.
Yeah, like just the 2 babies just popped out.
God, there's an old... I remember an old meme that went around of, like... Was it, like, the Dutch army or some weird country's army left with, like, 50,000 and came back with 50,001 because they met someone and they joined the club and they made a friend on their way out.
Oinski.
But Nick, seriously, what X-Men power did you want?
Did I want?
Yeah, like what X-Men power would you like? Not like what X-Men you could probably be perfect, but like what power would you want? I'll tell you right now, everyone I know would probably say something along the lines of Wolverine because it's regeneration and fucking sick metal claws. But I low-key think fucking Magneto would be the dopest. By the way, fun fact: cannot control Colossus at a certain point. Like I think like early on he could, but like I might be talking out of my ass. I might be misremembering a lot of shit because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of X-Men I read when I was like 10. But I would love Magneto because I would love to just float around everywhere. I would float just like Magneto. I wouldn't even make it look like I fly. I would literally do like almost the T-pose as I just float.
So, when are we going to start calling you, James?
Oh my god.
Why is he
Fuck
gonna
you.
be James? Chris James is a bitch.
Speed pose, a thing that's been around since fucking Gmod.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking Source, which I think is older than James.
How old is Source?
Source that goes back to Half-Life 1.
Yeah,
In the 90s.
that might be older than me.
When did Half-Life 1 come out?
Half-Life 1998.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's
it's 1
older
year
than me.
older than me.
Yeah, it's older than both of us.
By the way, clearly he knows T-posing from a Source game, Nick. Fucking Team Fortress is a Source game.
I know. Yeah, but it's the fact that he fucking uses it so much that I'm like, yeah, he.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I told Gus this about the whole Dark Lord stuff in Grimdark. That did I tell you about the mechanic of escape dice?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of revealed Dracula has the most escape dice. The Dark Lord has the least.
Well,
More
yeah,
than
I was
one
kind of
person
there.
has more than one person has openly admitted that they are going to take hard swings at killing that fucker. Jaden said he's going to let someone take the first shot, but he is rolling to kill that fucker every time they meet him. Just because I won't tell everyone how many dice each person has, you'll just find out when it's their time to die. And several people have like stated, "Oh, I'm going after him hard. I'm gonna go kill the Dark Lord." and I've told them, y'all gonna have to fucking Rochambeau for it, or like a rock paper scissors, because more than one person is like claimed to take a swing at them, and not even James. James doesn't even know this part yet. Oh, did you ever? By the way, Gus, did you ever figure out the name of your detective character from the first Vault of Horrors?
No.
I think I'm the only one who figured it out, and it was only because I remembered from a reference to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so long ago. I don't think anybody would remember their character names.
Yeah. What is it, Nick?
For mine?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
So that very first one in the hospital, the insane asylum. So Nick, I was telling him I had this great idea for a Vault of Horror session, where half the people are living people and the other half are dead people, who are basically possessing the body of one of the living people. And the idea is that you got to work with the spirit in your head to basically accomplish a task.
So that's kind of okay. I've had this soft idea for, like, I wouldn't like a campaign, basically, where the characters are like, it's a mech campaign, but it's like a super robot tokusatsu type mech, right? And so
Yes.
the whole idea is oh cool, I got a bunch of celery. The whole idea is like the characters are basically all, and so you're basically all controlling the same character because it's a giant mech. So like the characters would have to work together.
Yeah.
Okay, no, McDonald's, you're not that spicy.
What? What about
So
McDonald's?
I got a spicy chicken sandwich. I bite into it, and it's decent, but like the spice is a little bit higher than they normally throw out. Like their spicy chicken is like, ooh, a little tingle, neat. Like they
You
know how
say
to
there's a tingle?
like a light one. Like they're like softballing. I'm saying this one actually has like a definitive. It's not hot, but dude, you could taste it. Like you can taste the heat. Like it's just a little bit. Like I don't know how to describe it.
Somewhere after a top, like, okay, so you know the hot Taco Bell sauce? You know how that has like the light kind of heat tingle?
Spot's cooking again.
By the way, it's not like a really hot chili. Goddamn, I think the best chili is the ones where it makes like sweat.
That's a good hot. My store manager one time, we had gotten in these chilies, and he's like, try one. And now, these chilies are about, I don't know, the size of maybe like a pinky finger. So I take it in one bite, chew it, and my whole head turns red, and I can feel the sweat beating off of it. My store manager is just laughing your fucking ass off, going like, man, I knew you'd go for it. You're handling it better. And I'm like full head sweating. They were like, God, what are those like, not the Thai chilies. We got in a bunch of these fucking like, we got ghost reaper peppers, Thai chilies, habanero. God, they're like, again, it's like a pepper about the size of my pinky. It's not a serrano.
Oregano?
Oregano is an herb.
Oregano? Oregano?
Anaheim are fucking huge. They're not as hot, but they're delicious.
Oregano is a freaking herb.
Oregano?
I hate you.
Oregano?
Wait, did you just cut out for me and said sounds
Oregano?
like something else?
Did you say oregano?
Oregano.
Oregano.
You want some oregano?
You want oregano?
Mamma
Oh yeah, we get you
Mamma mia.
oregano. Yeah, oregano.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Luigi!
Oh,
Luigi,
no.
you had too much of oregano. Mama's pasta's all
Mama's
ruined.
pasta. Yeah, come on, man, Luigi. You killing me. You killing me, Luigi.
I'm going to just stab myself.
God, I love how
Oregano?
Nick is the master of the yes and.
Did you say
Wait,
oregano?
What about the yes and?
You're the master of it? Oh yeah, sculpture.
So, for those of you who want to know what it looks like when comedy dies, that was a perfect example.
I just didn't hear the joke fully, so I was like,
Oregano.
That was a fucking bit for a good few minutes.
the freaking other thing. But oh my god.
Okay.
By the way, I love how like you could tell my interactions with a lot of Italians when I immediately go, "You're breaking your mother's heart over here."
You breaking your mama's heart. You breaking her heart. You just taking that heart and you breaking it. You breaking it into pieces.
What? Your friends downtown? You gonna ride bikes? Maybe go to the fucking arcade? You gonna jerk each other off behind the fucking porn theater? You little shit! You're breaking your mom's heart.
You're breaking her heart. Breaking it. Breaking the heart.
Break it up.
Breaking her heart.
Breaking her heart.
No, you breaking her heart. You just taking her heart into two pieces and you breaking it.
Great, but now you're breaking her heart.
breaking her heart.
Me and Gus over here, we bringing Ma over down to the graveyard to see Dad, but where you been? You been out? Friends with your girl, playing poker, stroking each other off, doing your little club meetings.
Listen, you breaking her heart.
I dare you to
Bring it on!
asshole.
Nick, is that you?
He-
You breaking her heart, Nick. You breaking it. You taking that heart and you just breaking it, Nick. I don't know what to say. You know,
It's
other
not
than
even breaking, it's broken! He broke her heart! He broke her heart!
broke her heart. Oh,
He broke her heart!
how could you do this to your mama? Come on, man. You breaking her heart. Breaking that heart.
Breaking her heart!
Breaking her heart.
And if Dad was alive, you know what Dad would do? You know what Dad would do. We know what Dad would do.
know
Dad
what
would
Dad
be
would-
upside your ass for breaking a mom's heart.
Yeah, you'd be like all out here, you know, man, like you just taking that heart and you breaking it. Breaking her heart. I mean, what we gonna tell you next? What are we gonna tell, like, what are we gonna tell Skinny Jimmy? You're like, oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy, you know, he can't help her today because, you know, he's out here and he's breaking his mama's heart. He's just taking
What
that
am I
heart.
gonna tell? Am I gonna tell Tommy Two-Tone? Tommy Two-Tone, he can't be here because he's breaking her heart.
He's breaking that heart. He's just taking that heart.
Breaking her.
He's taking that. I'm sorry. I'm too emotional. And he's breaking her heart. How could you do this to her?
And that was today's scene. A heartbreaking story where two brothers try to communicate to their younger brother who's autistic and only can communicate through his soundboard.
I hate that you just said that. That hurts.
And I'm sorry. Jeez. That genuinely broke my heart. Oh my god. He broke my heart.
He broke your heart.
He broke my heart. God damn it.
He
Oh,
broke her
fucking
heart.
too high for this.
He broke her. He broke your heart. He broke her heart. His heart. He broke it. He took that heart and he broke it. You know, I can't believe he broke her heart. You know? This just makes me real sad knowing, you know, that heart broke.
Epic. So,
Is that just a voice clip of Jimmy saying epic?
Yes.
I
thought
honestly would not be surprised if he didn't have something from you and me.
I have something from you, but not Gus.
Oh, well, you're never
Is
gonna
it
get
you're
something.
not? Wait, is it the you're not Batman? Is it the you're not Batman?
No,
I tell
No.
me it's the you're not Batman.
it's not the You're Not Batman, unfortunately.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is me saying fork, because I think that's probably the most common thing.
I think
to
that's
have
your most
behind
commonly used word.
it. You know what?
No, it was
You
during
had-
Steam Adventure that I recorded something randomly just to fuck with you. I forget which one was it.
You know? An attitude like that, you gotta break him outside.
He is. He's gonna break it.
You gotta break a hat.
Yeah, man. He's gonna take that heart and he's gonna. Unfortunately, it's gonna be broken. I mean,
So-
I don't even know what we can say. I don't know what we can say. You know, man. I don't know. I don't know what we
She's
can
all
say,
yours.
You know.
Actually, I like that one.
What's funny is that was exactly how I recorded it. Like like I cut it perfectly.
God, I'm gonna say out of context, that probably sounds like the worst.
She's all yours.
She's all yours. Oh my god.
That sounds like I sold somebody.
I feel like
I'm like,
you do be selling me.
I do know when I recorded it. That's what's funny is I know what the moment was. I was just laughing when I did it.
what was it?
It was when you were giving us a ship.
Okay. Yeah, this is very.
And I was just like, oh my god, that is hilarious. Out of context, you can use that for
What is
so
this?
many things. Like, without context, it's just like, it's horrible.
See, I didn't even know this was a thing over here.
Now,
What is wrong with you? Like, legit, what the fuck is wrong with you?
everything.
I feel like that scene from Babadook where, like, the mother's looking back, why can't you be normal?
And it's just a picture of the kid screams autistically. Ah!
Or,
Did you deadass just record a YouTube video right now?
how many clips do you have of
A
any of
lot.
us?
How many?
I only have one of you, and then 0 of Gus, and then I have a ton of James.
Why do you have so many of James?
Because there was just this one point where I just had him saying random stuff so that I could get clips.
I felt creepy turning a 19-year-old down to get her ass high and possibly naked in my house because I felt creepy, and I just feel you're overstepping with this relationship, Nick. I'm not gonna lie, I regret that.
You regret it?
I do regret it. I'm not gonna go back on it, but I regret it. I kinda wish I said yes.
But I'm not gonna go back.
I have so much insect meat. 71.
I mean, I could regret a decision based purely off animal urges. I'd probably still make the same decision because I would feel creepy in the moment.
Yeah, I get you.
But that's like, hey, it's just that feeling of like, yeah, I mean, it's similar thing to like, I mean, yeah, sure, I don't regret at least one point in my life I haven't eaten like fucking like fudge brownies until I threw up. It would be a terrible mistake, but I would love to have that story. No, you know what? Like my weird food thing is, I ate a fucking like roast, like a pork roast, like a fucking apple. I was so fucking drunk. My roommate would cook dinner all the time because he was worked at a restaurant, and he cooked 3 fucking roasts. Most people ate mostly, and the other 2 were sitting there. My drunk ass comes home, sees 2 roasts on a countertop, one that is yet to be cut. That's about not like the exact roundness, but like the general mass of the cantaloupe. My drunk ass, my roommate goes, "Yo, go for it." And I grab it and I eat it like an apple, and I sit down next to it and we watch. 4 times context, so you know. We watched the 4th episode of the 1st season of Game of Thrones. My drunk ass eating a pot roast like a fucking apple.
Barbecue sauce on
Drunk.
your titties.
God, I wish. No, it was actually meat sauce dripping on my fucking. Actually,
What
on
did I
my
think?
fucking with his voice.
He knows that I do. I actually got his permission.
There are
Guys, we're on
ex-girlfriends.
stream.
There are ex-girlfriends I've scoured pictures of them off my Facebook, so you would never know I even knew these people. I have the minute a minute someone is out of my life, in that context of like, no, like they're not coming back, I scour and I remove every image. Like, I don't even have, dude, I don't even keep nudes of ex-girlfriends. Like, I'm like, okay. I might have. I think at the time, wait, was it the big titty goth girl?
Yeah.
I mean, that describes like 8 of them. Yeah, you're right, I did. You know why? Because she's happy to let people. She has told me I should show. She's actually told me at some point that I should show other girls, and I'm like, I think you're pretty fucking high right now.
That sounds like a good way to get dumped.
Yeah. Okay. She's the kind of chick. That one specifically is the kind of chick who's like, you're never gonna get anyone like me. Yeah, well, no shit.
Finish! I hate you with the passion of 1,000 suns. Words cannot properly convey the depths
You're an asshole.
of my hatred.
So,
have you ever had someone you desperately needed to get out of your life, but they tried every way they could to be part of them? Like, down to the fact that, like, I know at least one bitch who doesn't even like fucking play D&D games, and she's asked to join this campaign several times that we're doing. Like, any campaign.
Okay, so...
And
Just to be with you?
I think just to torment me. I'm not gonna lie right now.
She's probably hot for you, right?
No.
Why?
Because she would murder a hobo hard. She's one of those people that would go out of her way to be disruptive to the story and other people. Like, I think she's a bit of a lunatic. And, like... Imagine a D&D character. You know that person who will literally make a character, do all the things necessary, build out a very big backstory, have a character plan, a voice, attitude, and literally design that entire thing to fuck with another player. Like if you invited her to one of the games with me, her entire goal would be to fuck, marry, and kill my character.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Usually it's the sum of every, because like, you know how I said I've like done a couple of like proto games and I played a little bit of D&D campaigns before, but like nothing that's ever finished. Yeah. So about 3 of the 5 of those, that was the case with her, and she only participated in 3 of the 5 that were kind of failed campaigns.
And was that part of it? On why it failed?
It's definitely the reason why 3 of them failed. Yes. Up to the DM. In-game, paid gold for a life insurance policy on me. Because in certain settings, they are in fact there. You can in fact get life insurance policies in certain settings with certain advanced civilizations. And 2 of them, she actually can, like, convince the DM to let her to fucking murder me. 1 of them, she just tried. And
dang.
I've kind of walked away from, like, the 3 times she was invited, like, I was like, you know, that wasn't funny. She's like, yeah, the joke's over. And then that was the end.
Yeah, it's not funny. Joke's over. Does it again. Third time, I'm not dealing with you anymore. I'm just not dealing with you anymore. I feel like she just told me to cut. Like, she's had other relationships. I think she's dating someone who she's dated longer, but she still wants to join. I feel it is just tutorial. I think at a certain point, I said or did something to her.
Like, you know what would be crazy is if there was, like, more history than I remember on just that fucking event. And she's literally going out of her way to just ruin certain aspects of my life. I can see that. And nothing more to deal with than, like... I feel like she would be one of the people petty enough to do that with music for years. Almost 10 years now, to be honest. Like, we were in our 20s when we met each other the first time. Crazy. Yeah, I can tell. I have no problem.
It's not crazy, I'm just pointing out a fact.
Oh, I think I'm a fucking lunatic.
Remember that conversation about, like, me having a hard time trusting? And you can see what I was talking about.
Yeah.
God, it's not even, like, the darkest story, either. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Usually the kitten story is, like, the darkest. This is why I don't trust people story. I usually do what they shock
We're
people.
live. We're live on stream. Don't bring up the kitchen. That story.
No dead animals. No dead animals at all. No animals died in the process of the story.
You're not making it better. I stopped talking about it.
Oh my god. I mean, Nick, we tried doing a whole bit with you, and all you could do is, like, fucking freeze up and use your soundboard. You broke his eye.
You broke his eye.
Yeah. I just didn't know what I didn't want to say anything, and then it just was like I need to do something.
Boy, you broke his heart.
I'm breaking my heart.
No.
You know what Elton John says? Don't go breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Jesus, it's gone through how many seeds?
Oh my god. Again, I like how he's commenting on things.
He's just in
We
a
can't.
completely separate conversation that we happen to be.
No, I was just looking at how many I've got. I had a thing going in the background, checking for certain seeds with sinkholes near spawn, and it had gone through 2 billion seeds already to check.
Woo-wee, boy. Can I put it in here? That feels kind of like this.
Could you pitch me a G.I. Joe game?
No.
Okay. I know you're not very creative. Lazy cunt.
You're a small child, and a strange man walks up to you and says,
So, man, how dark are we gonna get in this?
remember, kids, knowing is half the battle. And if you come with me in this van, you can know a lot of things. I even have G.I. Joe toys. And you're like, okay, cool. And so you, and then you have to survive as the man tries to, have his way with you.
What the
So
fuck?
I don't think that's so much a G.I. Joe game as that you just confessing what happened to you one summer.
What the fuck?
If you want to talk about it, we could talk about it. Also,
Why?
you know where this man lives. We could easily kill him. It's great therapy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, I'm certain. I'm certain.
When you watch his head cracking open,
Like a fucking melon as he screams for mercy. God damn it. Makes you got a little bit of a chubby.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
Alright, there's Cinderace raids going on Scarlet and Violet.
Again,
It's a bit more
whole
fun.
different world than the rest of us. I just talked about beating a man to death for molesting you, and he immediately starts talking about Pokemon. I feel like Nick has some therapy we need to fucking crack some skull for. Come on, Nick, just give me a name. Fucking, you don't, you can, you know what?
you know what, Nick? You don't even have to give me a name. Just talk about someone, and then we'll leave it at that. Maybe give me their address. We'll leave it at that. We'll get the therapy out of the way.
We'll get the therapy out of the way, man. You don't gotta worry. You don't have to worry.
Tell you right now. I would probably save years of therapy if I could have just cracked the bat over the skull of the person who fucking wronged me years ago. But I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up.
Due to certain circumstances of life. But come on. Just think about it.
Think about it. Yeah, just do it. Think about it.
I don't judge anybody. Think about it.
it. Do
Come
it.
on.
Come on, man.
Think about
Come
it.
on.
Think
Come
about it.
on.
Think about it. Go on, man. Think about it. Do it. Do it, man. You know you can. Think about it.
Go think about it.
I don't even know what voice. I was like all over the place on that.
Think about it. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt
Think
about
about
it.
it.
Think
Gotta boom, boom, boom,
about
boom,
it.
boom. Gotta boom, boom, boom. Gotta boom, 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 boom. How long have I been smashing this guy over the frickin' head?
How long have you been playing the game?
Hey, Nick. Can I ask you a question?
What?
Serious question. Have you statted out Itzel yet?
I might have. I am brain farting on whether I did on Eatle.
Just think about it. Just, think about it. Man, we promise we ain't gonna hurt you as long as you just promise to think about it. Got it? You just
Goodbye.
all you gotta do is think about it,
Hey. I whacked the guy for you. You whacked the guy for me.
Just think about it, man. Think about it. And I just want to say for the audience, this is not racist. I do have that kind of blood in me. I can say whatever the fuck I want. It's just like, obviously I would, you wouldn't bring people down for saying their word. These are my words. This is my people to make fun of.
Hey, and I've been too knuckle deep in fucking plenty of time. That's just think about it.
Just think about it.
Think about it.
Think about it.
By the way, Italian women, thick as bushes. Not the softest, but definitely the thickest. No,
Okay, now I'm gonna get banned off of YouTube. What you doing here, man? What you doing?
Oh, I didn't even know what platform you were streaming on.
Oh, that's right. YouTube got weirdly all fucking cable television on us.
It's a little bit weird.
It is very weird. I love the meme around that fucking YouTube now, just pre-kids.
What?
YouTube Basic is just pre-kids. Like, just like they're doing all these rules because the real problem is big fucking think of the children type rhetoric, which is really dangerous. I hate the think of the children.
Okay,
Fuck them kids.
listen. Every single person who's ever said that has never actually been thinking about the
Really
children.
thought about the kids.
You know, they don't
No,
think about
They
what
got
the
their
kids
own
want.
predator.
You know, maybe kids
By
want,
the way,
you know, maybe kids want to, you know,
you
maybe
know what?
kids want to do stuff
Kid-
like that, you know? I never
Kids
know.
want to explore, and I will tell you, there used to be, I don't know what to call it. Is it like a meet the finding porn in the woods type thing? Like, there was a part of like pre-internet history where the best way to find pornography was either like an older sibling slash like relative stash, or you found them randomly in the fucking woods. Or you fucking dumpster dive behind the fucking gas station the night after the new issues came out, because they would always just throw them out in bundles in the back. And your friend Steve,
I'm not
one
sure
of them was,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm not gonna go over all of them.
So don't go over the
He-
dark one. That's all I ask.
Oh no, we're not gonna go over any. We're not gonna go over the dark ones. They're all gonna be funny.
Okay.
he would dumpster dive.
They did our man wrong, man.
Me and another friend would go dumpster dive and get like the pornography, basically. Like we literally like would go in and get like the Penthouse and the Hustlers, sell a black market porno. Yeah, maybe you were like the month later that the fucking issue of Hustler came out. Yeah, sure, you might not have gotten your fucking Playboy spread of like Miss June, because it's fucking July and you're buying it from us. Sure. But you still got it, and for half the price your dad paid for it. It was the best racket. Until we bought our first thing of weed.
God damn it, Steve.
By the way, family therapist. Like a legit great one, too. Like a highly rated one, from the sound of it.
Really?
Really, yeah.
I somehow thought the Steve thing had a really sad ending.
No. I mean, there's a sad story, but that's just like a real weird point of his life. And it ended with him going to the military. Or going into the military. And he basically came out and used his GI Bill to go to school for therapy. And like psychology and shit like that. And he's a family therapist right now. Like it's like a really heartwarming story. Like he's probably like, I'm not gonna lie, out of 4 years of that high school, he is like the fucking shining star. Like everyone either became like like most of the people in my class were like, they're like okay, but the most of them are still like, dude, a handful of them are like living with their parents and taking care of them now. It's like, it's cheaper than trying to buy our own home. Fucking take care of mom and dad. You know, like I fucking live here, probably take over the house once they die. It's basically like how a lot of them are looking at it now. But he's probably like the shining star. Like the big one is we had one guy who became a cop and got caught molesting an underage girl, and Steve became a family therapist. Like that's, and goddamn it, Steve, the guy who fucking shuffled shirtless below zero water, below zero weather, just to get a cop to notice him down Main Street. Yeah, that, goddamn it, Steve. You'd think his story ends sad, but he turned his life around, and it was like a real kind of fucking heartwarming thing. It really is. It's actually kind of a heartwarming story that he turned his life around.
Nice. I guess Steve wasn't so goddamn after all.
No, I think in my heart he got it all out of his system early.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like that's one of my biggest issues with the world today. It's like, you know, with the internet, if you're a dumbass as a kid, you're a dumbass forever.
Oh yeah, I am so glad there is, like, the few recordings of Steve we have are probably like
in such old formats on hard drives that probably can't start up anymore. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, we probably have... Dude, there was a point where, like, we thought, like, by the way, just off of our one buddy being fucking, like, reckless with his own physical safety, we thought we were going to be on the level of Jackass at one point, because that became huge. And they were just dumb dudes who filmed videos of themselves becoming stupid. We had one glorious summer where we thought that was going to be like, yo, we're fuck-ups, but, like, look what Steve's doing, and you watch him fall out of a fucking pine tree, get back up like a bouncy dog, and go climbing right back up. But, like, he looked like a fucking coked-out squirrel. And I remember we watch it, and it happens, and he hits the ground. He is just lying still on the ground for like a good 5 to 10 seconds, and we were all in silence. It was all, dude, it was all silence. He's just laying on the ground, and I can't remember who took a step forward. I know it wasn't me, because I was in too much shock. I like, literally in my head, I was like, fuck, am I gonna lose my first friend at like 17, 18? Is this the moment? Is this the moment where, like, you know, like,
Was he
the
just
cat's
fucking
in the cradle and the still... No! He legitimately fell out of the tree, had a moment where he kind of, like, dazed himself, popped up like a fucking, like, excited dog, and went up the tree. He legit said, when I hit the ground, I was stunned. It took me a second to collect myself, and he hopped back up the tree. Like, the thing about Steve is, like, in the moment, he seems like an idiot. But then, like, down the line, he becomes more and more articulate about the moment. So there was one time at, so at our park, this is one day where me, him, and another guy had nothing to do. It was a weekday. We didn't have any work. It was hot as fucking balls. We couldn't be indoors. We couldn't be outside. It was uncomfortable everywhere. So we go to the park thinking, hey, let's jump in the water. And Lake Michigan water is murky green. So we look at it and we go, fuck. So we go to, you know, at the park, there's that, like, weird kind of, like, enclosed, like, sitting area with, like, park benches and shit like that. Like, little, like, almost want to call it, like, the lunch area. High, we're all sitting around, high as shit, a little bit tipsy, pounding fucking Sprite. Steve looks at us, gets up, grabs one of the benches, and pulls it past the... goes around the corner, grabs the picnic tables on top of the roof, and he puts all the picnic tables on the top of the roof of this thing. Very dangerously stepped up. Because at one point, there's only the one we are sitting on left. And he's like, I need that one. And he drags it out. And we haven't walked out. And he comes back in, points to a wall, and he's like, we should start coming out of that door. And I'm like, why? Like, well, come take a look. And he had stacked all the fucking benches on the roof in this very elaborate, like, pyramid thing where they're like, the top one is holding the bottom two on, but, like, barely. And, like, we're sitting there and we're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Steve? God damn it, Steve. This is gotta be the dumbest fucking thing. You literally put an hour and a half's worth of work, and he looks over and he's like, you didn't stop me. And days later, like, he couldn't articulate to us at that moment what exactly was going through his head, but he said he started doing it as a joke because people were noticing it. And when we didn't say anything or acknowledge it, he kept doing it until one of us told him to stop. And he's like, in his head, he knew his friends would go, hey, Steve, that's ass and ball. Comes up and starts to show us this dumbass masterpiece. Like, it was his greatest achievement up to his life.
And we're both looking at him like he's an idiot, and this, like, we should be maintaining this child, and we are like looking at her. We're like, we didn't fucking do it. We point to him. We didn't even know he was fucking doing it. And she's screaming at us like we're gonna tell him to do. He's watching us get yelled at for what he just did. This woman's acknowledging he did it. And he's yelling at us like we should have stopped him. We were like losing our fucking mind at this point. It's gonna be the dumbest thing happening to me. And I am both high and drunk, summer, and hot as fucking balls. I think this is November 15th. Yeah. Steve's, that's it. One of the worst things too about it is having a birthday later than like August. They will move you to the next year. So like I couldn't start kindergarten until like the year after I should have. Like I should have, because my birthday's at the end of September. I should have joined in kindergarten 5 into 6, but you needed to be like 6 years old or something like that. So I literally had to start a year later, basically, because my birthday was partially into the fucking month. Like August, the end of August is like the cutoff for them, which is a dumb divide.
Well, I have to do the same thing, but still.
Oh yeah, I had a couple of buddies who were like that, where their birthday was like between like September, October, and November. Like,
Mine
yeah,
is
they
literally in September.
So like yeah, we all basically like had to start later. So like the summer of our 17th year, we were all starting to get jobs and shit like that. So rather than doing that and preparing for college, like the previous class, who like would have turned 18 that year along with me, they just would have turned 18 earlier in the year. They all got to have fucking. They all got to have like their like summer to fuck around. Honestly, I think most people fucking relive high school because I think it was the time when like fucking hormones were at their highest, and everything you did seemed like such a massive achievement. I'll tell you right now, I don't remember who the fucking main quarterback of my high school was. I definitely remember that girl that could fucking suck dick like she could strip Rome off a fucking hitch. Born again Christian, by the way. I love that the biggest hoes in my fucking high school are like the born again. Sometimes I see them on Facebook talking all kinds of like God's army, dumbass bullshit. And I'm like, bitch, I remember you having the fucking at the end of the football season, bitch. Joke was there wasn't a sack each game like to take. And not even like, oh, you're just being mean. No, this chick fucking loved being this slutty chick at school. Like, she was the, you know how in like, a lot of 80s shit, like 80s shit, they always had that one cliche about the slutty girl? Yeah, I think she was trying to do that. Like, I think she thought that was like a good personality trait. And again, I was the fucking party animalist.
This whole stream will just be you describing your high school life, and I'm not sure how to feel about it.
It's
I'm
kind of
not
an
sure
interesting
how to feel
one.
about it.
It's that or you and me fucking clowning on Nick for like 5 to 10 minutes at a time.
You know what I think about all this? I think you're breaking your mother's heart.
I broke a heart! Nick, I broke a heart!
I mean, I would too if I broke my mother's heart.
I hate you.
Nick, did your family spring for the senior pictures, or did you just do the basic
They did the basic.
in-school thing? Did you do the same thing?
Well, I was home.
I'm not gonna lie, my yearbook probably got tossed in the trash some time ago. Because it was the flimsiest piece of shit. Like, it was basically a pamphlet. They really fucking cut corners on ours. But anyway, I don't even remember getting my picture taken. As far as I know, they used a picture from... I honestly don't know where they got a picture of me. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's in there. I don't know how they got it. What they got, I honestly don't even remember. Yearbook photo for their...
You all look like chodes.